Book of the Dead becoming God in Ancient Egypt. Magic and Theology. Divinization and Empowerment of the Dead. Part 3. This divine form of the deceased is acknowledged directly at the conclusion of BD spell 137 amperes. May Osiris N live in his true nature, in his form of a true God. The following instructions in the papyrus caution secrecy due to the effectiveness of the spell for its owner, since the gods and the blessed and the dead see him in the form of the foremost of the Westerners equals Osiris. He is powerful like this God. In both passages, the specific term used for form IRW designates an essential, not a transitory, form. The word choice is not arbitrary, for in Egyptian theology latent divinity resides in every human. Divine identifications are not mere ritual fictions, restricted to the context of funerary cult. They are encountered more broadly in Egyptian speculation. Coffin Text Spell 1130, a proclamation of the deeds of the Creator, declares that men like gods derive from the Creator's bodily fluids. From my sweat I created the gods. Mankind is from the tears of my eye, for the Egyptians' words are divine creations, so the revealed pun between Arenti and Armi.T represents an underlying cosmic bond, not a random phonetic accident. This inherent divinity can be harnessed by knowledge, with resulting empowerment and divine favor. In the tomb of Puri at El Kab, the prince boasts, I know the God who is in my mankind, since I perceive him. To the tomb visitor he recommends, may you traverse eternity in pleasantness of heart in the praises of the God who is in you. New Kingdom Oracle questions posit more specific identifications. Is it Amenekhti who is as a god? Is it Horus who has come to be in I am him? Send the truth. An indwelling God appears even in later personal names. Cf. Shemaminime's Amon has gone into her. Similar expression is used for possession of the living by demonic spirits in the demotic tale of Inras. The two demons entered into him. The notion of a God who is in I. The deceased has been treated above. It is significant that an indwelling God is relevant to both the living and the dead. Through tapping the force of magic Heka, this divine essence within mankind can even pose a threat to the gods. In the New Kingdom Book of the Heavenly Cow, the Creator God reconfronts the rebellion of mankind, the very creations of his eye, and is told to be wary of these magicians, who know their spells, for Heka, God of magic, is in them himself. By obtaining magic, humans acquire a further divine force, and by absorbing it, another identity. The acquisition of magic is a persistent theme in Egyptian funerary literature, from the pyramid texts to the Book of the Dead. PT spells 646 and 678 stress the king's mastery of magic, and the latter spell warns opponents about the king's possession of the cosmic force. The implied threat becomes explicit in PT spell 534, in which Osiris, Horus, Seth, Henti Urti, Thoth, Isis, and Nephthys are rebuffed from coming in an evil coming. Divine violators of this prescription are cursed and dismissed. If Isis comes with this her evil coming, do not open your arms to her, but let there be said to her her name of extremely corrupt. Go northward, to the place where you were beaten. Similarly, PT spell 569 threatens cosmic upheaval and loss to the gods if the king's heavenly advance is hindered. Most striking, however, is PT spell 539, which combines an extensive list of the king's deified body parts with a direct threat against any god who will not set up a stairway for me. He shall have no loaf, he shall have no fan. No offering shall be presented to him. In a ritual technique that would become common in later magical recitations, the king shifts the blame for cursing the gods by identifying himself with a different divine speaker. It is not I who says this to you, O gods, it is Heka, god of magic, who says this to you, O gods. Here the pattern of identifying with a god becomes a method for cursing any other god. Book